Yeah, Earth Day, of course, is tomorrow, and why not help the environment every day and have your kids get some great education at the same time? And the Children's Lighthouse at Helotes is making this possible. Joining us now to talk more about Earth Day and some of these great projects is Miss Shanna and, of course, Mariana. How are you?
Good.
Good. Okay, can you tell us what we're going to be making today?
Birds.
Bird feeder? Okay, so Miss Shanna, how do we get started on this?
All right, so we get our wow butter. We are at a peanut-free facility, so this is not a peanut one. And then what do? We get our stick.
Yes.
You're gonna give one right here.
And I'll get one too.
One for you, and we spread it on.
Okay, so what are we using here for this bird feeder? What's this thing?
Toilet paper.
Toilet paper roll, yeah. So instead of throwing it out, we get to recycle it, right?
Yeah, we're reusing them.
Okay, reusing it. And why is it so important to teach kids about reusing things like this and for Earth Day?
Well,
I get some.
to use their creativity, to use things that they find in the everyday home, to get together with their family, friends, teachers, to do things.
Okay, and the other thing that I noticed, because so many times, you know, nowadays you see kids that have an iPhone or an iPad and they're looking at that, but this is, I mean, you get to spread peanut butter on the toilet paper. What's more fun than that, right?
Yes, and then they get to hang it up at home, and then they get to see the birds coming in, of course, and I know she's been noticing the birds out here.
Mm-hmm. And that's a nice thing too. It's almost like, because I know when you have kids plant seeds and they see it grow, it's like, oh,
yes,
I planted that, I grew that, I'm gonna eat that. And it's their sense of ownership to something like that.
And it's
too,
their
right?
hands-on with it too. They did it, they've made it.
And also it helps out with, when you speak of hands-on, the hand-eye coordination,
Yes,
motor
sir.
skills, things like that, right?
Yep.
Now, should I put some seeds on this now?
You want to sprinkle them on?
All right, do I sprinkle them on?
Or you want to roll it in?
Ooh, what should I do? Sprinkle them or roll them?
Sprinkle it.
Sprinkle it?
So
Okay.
you sprinkle it like you're sprinkling on a cupcake.
Can you do some on mine too? Okay, just like this? Oh, this is kind of cool. I like that. So, do you have one of these and you're going to hang it up at your house?
Do it over the tray. There we go. There you go.
That's okay. We'll sweep it up later, get the birds in here to eat all this stuff. Some other things that you do, what is this? That looks extremely interesting.
That is a bee hotel.
Bee hotel.
Yes, so 90% of the bee population are not the kind that you get in beehives. They're solitary bees. So this was a project that is, younger kids can do it, but I did actually do this one with my 13-year-old. But that is something you can make, and the bees will burrow in it.
Okay, so what do we have for our recycled or reusing?
So this
container
is
here?
this is a water bottle. This is a sturdier one.
And then putting some clay down in there. Can you
Yep, that's the
stuff
modeling
that down in
clay.
there for me? Okay.
She'll stick all the way down in there.
And
Flatten it out just enough so you can get the bamboo canes into it.
okay, and I never knew that about 90% of bees are solitary bees.
Yes, yes. They
Okay,
are
now
not
we
the hive
put some of those
kind.
bamboo
I actually
sticks in there?
learned that teaching this lesson. I did not know that also.
Okay, so
Yeah.
out there at the Lighthouse, what do kids get from it in general, aside from learning about Earth Day?
Well, the reason why I picked out this particular one is most children are afraid of bees, and I thought the importance of teaching them that the bees are important for us,
Okay.
for our Earth, which is why we picked this. So they learn something new. They learn why we shouldn't be exactly afraid of the bee, but helping the bee have a home so that they can see them around without feeling frightened, I guess is.
Okay, so Mariana's 4 years old. What ages out there at the Lighthouse?
Oh, we teach 6 weeks to 12 years old.
6 weeks?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay. All right, this is fantastic. I think a lot of bees are going to have a really good time in this thing, you know? Okay. Well, I appreciate it. Thank you very much for being on the show today.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Oh, thank you very much. If you would like more information about the Children's Lighthouse at Helotes, head over to SALive.com. Of course, click on the SC on SA Live tab, or just scan that QR code and you get all the information right there.